Hello fellow book nerds, I'm Sarah Elizabeth, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I'm a really big fan of Huntley Fitzpatrick's works. I've read her other book, My Life Next Door, and I would read just about anything by her as well. And I knew that. I have My Life Next Door as one of my favorite books on Goodreads. I gave it 5 stars, but I hadn't read it in a while, and I guess when this book first came out, The Boy Most Likely To, I had kind of forgotten how much I loved her. Also, I was in a bit of a reading slump. And then recently it came in on my requested books on my book loaning app on my Kindle. And I was like, fine, I'll read it. Why not? It's here and I'm not in a reading slump anymore. So I read it. And I read it in about 3 sittings over the course of my first week of classes. And I absolutely adored it, and I gave it 5 stars, and I highly recommend you all read it, and here are the reasons why. First off, as with many young adult contemporary books, one of the most important things is the romance, and this book is a romance book. And in any good romance, you have to like your main characters, and I absolutely adore Alice and Tim. I think they have really good chemistry together. I think they're both really well-rounded people, which is something that Huntley Fitzpatrick really strives in her writing in general, and always has, in my opinion. She has made it so that even though Tim is one of the most easy to hate people because he is so good at messing stuff up so bad, he's also really easy to love because he really does not want to mess things up. He really wants to make himself worthy of people, even though in many people's eyes, and even in his own, he is the boy most likely to fail. He wants to be the boy most likely to succeed. And this book really is told from 2 points of view. It's from Tim's point of view and Alice, and most of Tim's point of view is about his struggle to make himself feel worthy of other people and to prove to people that he's trustworthy and capable of making good decisions. And Alice's point of view mostly focuses on her struggle to help her family get by after her dad has been in an accident. And she also is trying to decide what to do with her life, go to nursing school far away or defer. Can she go? Can they afford to send her? That kind of thing. And also she's trying not to develop feelings for Tim, which we all know how that goes in these kinds of books. I really enjoyed getting to come back to this world. If you haven't already read My Life Next Door, I highly recommend that you do, but you don't have to in order to read this book. It is just so much more fulfilling as a reader, not only to enjoy watching Tim go from the first book, how much he struggled in there, to seeing him thrive by the end of this book, but also it's really fulfilling as a reader to get to go back and to see the family that you already love, the Garretts, and to get to see Sam and Jace together again, and just to get to enjoy all the things that you loved about the first book, but in a new book with more characters to love. I'm always really impressed when I read Huntley Fitzpatrick's books because they have a certain quality to them that just draws you in. All of her characters are so unique and distinct, and her ability as a writer to make you not only be able to remember a family of like 10 people. I mean, the Garretts, they have 8 children, 1 on the way, so soon they'll have 9. And yet, somehow as a reader, I'm able to not only remember all the kids' names, but also love each of the kids for a distinct personality that I'm able to remember. And I think that that's what a lot of people feel about these books based off of the reviews. She just somehow creates so many unique personalities that have adorable quirks, but they don't feel like trite or forced. It just feels natural, and that's what I really admire about this book. The only issue I had with the book was that I felt like a lot of Alice's family struggles weren't that big of a deal. Yes, her father is recovering from an accident and it's putting a lot of financial strain on the family, but I don't feel like that's any exceptional struggle, and I think it's only made a bigger struggle for the sake of having a second book. That being said, I think that Tim's struggle is a big enough one that it made having a second book make sense. And if it had just been Alice, I would have felt like all of the struggle in the book was forced, but since Tim was there fighting to be a better person and you're there rooting for him, and since Alice is now rooting for him, then you root for Alice, and it's just this big bunch of good feelings. It's a really great book. I really recommend that you read it. And if you do, let me know what you think. You can check me out on Goodreads at Sarah Elizabeth. I'll leave a link in the description, and also on Tumblr at Keep On Reading On, and there will also be a link to that. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're going to comment a spoiler, let people know ahead of time, and I will see you all next Sunday. Bye-bye.